Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2. Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Pete Gray here with Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Kevin Kelly, Bob Aronson from West Coast Marine, Parker Boats, Yamaha Outboards here in the studio, having a great time talking fishing.
Talking fishing, talking fun, man. I'm so fired up, obviously, leaving for the big El Salto trip today.
Yeah, man.
And we're talking all Yamaha outboards. We're talking service. We're talking the best boats in the world, a brand new Parker boat. It's just such a great show and a great time. And if you want to join us, we want to hear from you. 858-457-1090. That's our local number. Or you can call us toll-free. Our toll-free line is 877-792-1090. As long as Pete and I's voice still hang out through the end of the show, we'll be good. Again, 858-457-1090 or toll-free 877-792-1090. We are giving away such a killer prize. This has become my most favorite pair of glasses. It's the one I'm wearing right now, a brand new pair of Maui Jim's, the Byron Bays. These are what I wear every single day, a really cool kind of square lens. It's got a little bit of wrap to it, but not super aggressive.
Popular.
I love them. Yeah, it's a really, really good pair. And this one has the Marlin frame, which is exactly the one I have with the neutral gray lens and that killer Maui Jim's super thin glass. This is a killer pair of Maui Jim's going to one lucky caller at the end of the show today. Again, if you want to win that, or better yet, your chance to talk to Bob, talk to Kevin, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090.
The thing about that super thin glass, it's thinner than ever. They make it every year. They improve it.
It's crazy.
It's like 50% lighter than normal glass that you'd find in a sunglass, but it's still real glass, and it's got the Maui Jim optics. It's beyond incredible. So if somebody's going to win that, and you want to get through, 877-792-1090. Some sad news to report this morning. Jeff King, from Huntington Beach, Jeff from Costa Mesa. Many of you who have been longtime Let's Talk Hookup listeners have heard Jeff
for years.
Decades.
I mean, I remember answering the phones for Jeff.
Yep, for decades. He passed away, unfortunately, of a long illness, and we're certainly going to miss Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff from Huntington Beach was many, many years, and then he moved to Costa Mesa.
Always had a fish report, always had a story, always was going fishing. I mean, you could count on him. Like, it didn't matter what the direction of the show was going. Jeff always started out with, I went fishing on Wednesday. We caught 32 albacore, and then he'd start off with whatever you want to talk about. He was a great guy and a great fisherman. Definitely going to be missed. He was a part of the show.
Yeah, no doubt. We want to thank Tony from Black and Blue Sport Fishing, who is very, very good friends with him, for giving us that sad news there for sure. So, hey, let's find out some good news.
Let's do that, man. Let's find out what's biting out there. It's time for the catch report, and thank God we had a little bit of weather that we could go fishing this week, and we caught some fish. The FishDope.com report today is sponsored in part by the Sato Crimp and Winder Company with products for serious sport fishermen. The Sato Crimp system is the best way to make your own Spectra de Fluoro or monofilament top shots. You make them easy, cost-effective, you save time, and they're big fish proven. Some commercially made top shots can cost as much as $40 or more. Get the Sato Crimps and supplies at selected tackle stores like Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the Longfin, Taka's Tackle, and at Save-On Tackle. We're going to start off with our private boater buddy, the man, Captain Mark Wisher, FishDope.com reporter. What's up, Mark?
Hey, good morning, Ricky, Pete, Kevin, Bob. Well, guys, it's been winter for 6 weeks now, but boy, we didn't see too much of it till this last week. Man, and we made up for it. We got a double dose, and I'd say we got another week of it yet to come here. But as you might expect, we got very few reports from this past week here. There's been a little bit of sand bass and sculpin on the local Rex rocks and hard bottom, but that's about it up this way. Hopefully you guys down there got a whack at something worthy. But, there's been nothing outstanding for sure. What is of note is all the junk floating around from the rain that's been washed down. Seriously, guys, pay close attention if you are out there. Just an absolutely stunning amount of logs, planks, trees, and everything else imaginable that's washed down with this rain here. It's very dangerous conditions. I do want to give you guys a little heads up there. Over at Catalina, the commercial fleet's been fishing. Squid is still backside middle, kind of basically in the closure where nobody's supposed to be fishing. And, but you can make bait in there. And, because there's so much bait around, and the old adage is the fish are never far from the cafeteria, I'll tell you what is going to happen. You know, we've had really nice water temperatures all winter here. It's been 60, 61, and there is quite a lot of sea bass over there. We marked quite a bit of fish when I was over there week before last, and reports from the other end of the island also. So as soon as we get a little break in the storm track, conditions straighten out a little bit, we're going to see some really good fishing on that yellow and sea bass. I mean, the bait's around, the water's good, and getting towards springtime, so it's going to be interesting over there. And offshore, of course, no reports, but on February 28th, 7 p.m. at the Balboa Yacht Club, Dr. Barbara Block is going to do her talk about tag and bluefin and the migration patterns, including info on some of the fish that were tagged right here off of San Clemente last year. So that's going to be a fascinating talk. I listened to her at Fred Hall last year. The lady really knows her stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. So we'll see you guys there.
She's the man
She's
when
the
it
authority.
comes to bluefin tuna, no doubt about it. That's going to be a good one. I know it's sponsored by CCA California, too. So tickets are going to be limited, so you better get on it. ccacalifornia.org for more information on that. And I might add, too, Mark, I have a little fish report. I did get out this week on field research.
Nice.
Yeah, I took Don Orsillo from the San Diego Padres. He's
That's
the
cool.
TV guy.
Oh, how fun was that?
Along with Bryce Miller, and we went out rock cod fishing. And I'm going to tell you something. It was as good as it gets. It was insane.
I saw the photo on our Instagram. Dude, you guys had some fat reds.
Straight limits of reds.
That's awesome.
I mean, we didn't keep anything but reds.
That's
it was
cool.
just unbelievable.
You probably want to mention that was below the border.
It was below the border, yeah, indeed, yeah. It's easy for us down here in San Diego that we were below the border, but yeah, it was good fishing and a beautiful day on the water. Finally, right?
Right, exactly.
I think
threaded the needle.
I think we planned on taking Don out like 3 different times and had to cancel 3 different times, but we finally got him out and got him on some nice fish. So cod fishing for us down here as good as it gets. So when the weather clears out, go get them.
Yeah, and about that cod, guys want to check the new regulations really, really carefully because there's spots like the 14-mile bank, even though it comes up to less than what the depth requirements are going to be, it's still closed.
Right.
And top of the Osborne Bank, still closed. So you guys got to really check those regs. I think they got them all outlined on the SAC website, but you really want to get dialed in on where it is. The lines, the lat long lines, encircle those areas because it's not always what you think. Like the 60-mile bank's still closed. So, yeah, check that careful. But still, man, being able to fish down to 75 fathoms, oh, boy, is that going to be fun. That's going to open up some stuff that hasn't been fished for 20 years.
And the cool thing is, too, that SAC website, Sport Fishing Association California website, is amazing. The data that they put together on that new 75-fathom area gives you all the Latin lawns and then gives you the maps that you can print out on 8.5 by 11 that shows you the lateral lines of where you need to be.
So killer.
It's really, really good. And I printed out a whole series of them for my boat to just put on the boat. And it's easy. It's all available for free at the SAC website.
And so cool those guys to do that again. Like we always say the same thing. Like SAC is a sport fishing. Like that's the sport fishing boats. Like they are funded and that's who they are. But they do so much for us as private boaters.
Absolutely.
They get nothing in return for it. They just do it because they're a really good organization. I'm stoked and proud of those guys.
They did a nice job. And of course, FishDope.com. He's got all the great information too. $20 off a new membership to FishDope.com using the code Hookup Now. Lowercase, no space. And I might add that Ali Husseini from FishDope.com, BD Outdoors, Local Knowledge will be in the studio with me, and Corey Sandin tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. We talk more about Fish Dope and all that stuff. And, Mark, how do we find you?
Pete, we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger by the big Chevron station there. And the phone number is area code 714-840-4262. Website PacificEdgeTackle.com, and Chris has done a great job of getting all kinds of new information up on there and more pictures of the tanks and stuff. So check it out, guys, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Very good, Mark, and we'll talk to you next week. Let's head down. C4 Sport Fishing. Talk to our buddy Marcos. Good morning, Marcos.
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Oh, we're coughing.
Sorry. Good morning.
Yeah, a little slow week, like I said, with the weather, but we did get some boats out towards the end of the week. The Pacific Voyager came back yesterday. They fished a day and a half down the coast, and they had some good fishing there. They had 40 yellowtail and quite a good chunk of bottom fishing. So that was kind of the highlight of our week there. The Trivia and the Tomahawk are both out tonight fishing the same general area there, so hopefully they get some similar information there. So definitely check the website. The Tribute's running those day and a half trips every weekend here coming up. You can make the reservations there. And if you go to the website, you'll also notice that the San Diego's back online starting March 2nd. They're kind of wrapping up now, getting ready to go. So either one of those trips, it's time to get out your gear, start getting ready. If you need to get a passport, do it now because it sounds like there's going to be some good fishing on the other side of the border there. They're saying that's a requirement now. So definitely get that set up. Check the website, seaforthlanding.com. You can give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. More than happy to get you guys set up, answer any questions you have, get you on those trips. You can always come down and visit us in person and check out the tackle shop there. And Dustin and Tackle Shop, I want to let you guys know that they are now a Daiwa certified repair center, as far as I understand it, the only one at this point. So definitely check that out. Get your gear ready for the upcoming season here.
Nice, great
Excellent.
option.
Daiwa certified reel repair, right?
Yes, that's a nice thing there. Like I said, you can bring that gear down, get that set up. And we'll service a lot of different reels, not just the Daiwas, but they're definitely the one that's going to take care of those for you.
Nice. Great info, Marcos. We'll appreciate a great report, as always, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
We'll talk to you then, guys.
All right. Thanks, Marcos. That's going to wrap up our Catch Report today. Again, sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Not only do they offer the best processing for your fish when your trip returns to the San Diego landings, but now with Fish Pros the Market, you can purchase fresh fish, smoked and jerkied fish, their killer spices, rubs, smoked cheese, and the famous tuna burger. Pick up some at their Liberty Station location, or for ease, just order online at fishermansprocessing.com.
You know, I was fortunate enough, Dave Dolan, who was on our Let's Talk Hookup 4-day Mazatlan trip last week, boat came in, had a fish from him, and they processed it at Fisherman's Processing. Unbelievable.
Oh, man, and that big cow, like there's nothing, you know, tuna is definitely one of those things where the bigger ones often taste better than the smaller ones, and you get a big cow like Dave had, a 250, you get a nice high loin chunk of that thing, there is nothing better.
They do unbelievable work at Fisherman's Processing.
You get the treatment that Raymond
gives it.
gives
off
it.
of the Royal Star.
Oh, man.
The quality.
That killer RSW.
Produce.
So good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a unique treat, and like you say, those guys just give it the process that it deserves. It's that killer final step. So
yes, they
check
do.
them out, Fisherman's Processing. Well, the phone.
By the way, Sean was telling me that he sold a ton of those Super Bowl specials that you were promoting last weekend.
I don't doubt it.
That
What
was
a
a heck of a
deal.
deal.
That was. Yeah, you got. Yeah. I think you had a pound of smoked fish, you got 2 cheeses, and you got a thing of jerky for $35. Like that was.
He ran out of cheese.
I'm sure he did. That was a really good deal. That was fun.
So watch for that to come back.
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah. All right, you want to get through 877-792-1090 or 858-457-1090. Open right now. Let's jump in the phone.
Sounds good to me, buddy. Let's talk to Chuck. He's calling us from Dana Point this morning. Hi, Chuck. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys.
What's up, Chuck?
You know, the fishing gods were on your side this morning. You got the flat on the way to the show, not the airport.
Ah.
You would have to call like 4 Ubers to get all that. And, you know, my question is, I'm trying to repower my son's 17-foot Sport. It's underpowered now with a 20 Honda 4-stroke, and it's just me and him. I want to put a small bait tank. What Yamaha would fit that weight-wise and power?
What boat is that again?
17-foot Whaler Sport.
Oh, okay.
We just fished the coastline.
Yeah.
You know.
Actually, Whalers, if you should be able to look on their website, and actually there's a plate right on the boat that'll tell you maximum horsepower on that thing. And that's kind of where I would be with that boat, is try to go up to your maximum horsepower.
Especially if you want to put a bait tank on it, right?
Yeah. And those boats just, they seem to take power really well. Yeah, it's a good boat.
Yeah. And right now with that 6-year extended warranty, you could buy a brand new Yamaha outboard and have 6 years of trouble-free operation no matter what, right, Kevin?
Absolutely. It's probably more on the 5-year for that particular engine.
Okay.
The 6 years are on the higher horsepower, but still
5 years.
Still 5 years of warranty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have boat show pricing. for the upcoming boat shows, of course, Fred Hall and such. Do you have boat show pricing on Yamaha outboards?
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Gonzalo's probably putting that together right now in anticipation of that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Dana Point, you're right there.
He's going all in.
Is he?
Yeah.
Right there next to Costa Mesa. Head up there, West Coast Marine, and go check them out. They'll set you up. And these guys are straightforward. They're going to tell you the straight story, everything about it.
Yeah. And we can hang the engine, get it all PDI'd, and a lot of that kind of stuff can be done with a couple days.
And also help you with that bait tank too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning, Chuck. Appreciate that. That does free up 858-457-1090. You want to have a chance to win that Maui Jim sunglasses, get a chance to talk to Kevin or Bob, there's your shot.
All right, let's now talk to Bruce. He's calling us from El Segundo this morning. What's up, Bruce? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, guys. Hey, Kevin, Bruce Games.
Hey, Bruce.
Bought that Parker from you a couple months ago. How's it going, man?
Good.
So, hey, I just want to tell everybody the experience I had down there was awesome buying that boat. Came down. You helped me figure out what I wanted to put in that thing. You and all the crew over at the tower, bait tank, all that stuff. Thing's awesome.
Well, that was a fun build.
What
gorgeous boat.
What boat did you get, Bruce?
2320.
Nice.
A 300 on it.
Yep.
Yeah, the boys
those are such
actually,
good boats.
What a cool rig.
Yeah.
And you did
my
tower?
boys are actually out fishing on it right now.
Are they?
Cool.
They're out Santa Monica Bay. They're doing they're getting some bass and stuff right now. So.
And you said you did tower and bait tank?
Down in Puerto Vallarta on the with what was that we fished on? With Russell.
The Journeyman.
Journeyman.
Back in
remember
the
that?
day, yeah. Oh, yeah, Bruce, that was a great time. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, we had a good time. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, congratulations on the new boat. And I'll tell you what, one of the things I got to say about Kevin and his gang and Gonzalo over at West Coast Marine is you don't just buy the boat. They help you rig the whole thing, get you set up correctly. Am I correct on that, Bruce?
That is correct, yes. It was painless, very painless. I was pretty skeptical, buying a new boat and all that stuff, but it went really smooth and came in quicker than it was supposed to, too, so it worked out really well.
And on budget, too, as I recall.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was.
I'm so impressed, too, because like I said, Kevin, most of the time you feel like when you buy something like that, the old stereotype is people like, nickel and dime you and do all these add-ons. Kevin was talking us out of add-ons. Like, sure you could, but you're not really going to need this. No reason to spend the extra money there. Just do it this way. And, they've ordered so many boats. They've seen the good and they've seen the bad. And, you could get it this way, but if you just hold off and then let us do it via the aftermarket, you're going to save a few bucks doing it like that. Like, I was so impressed with our build on our boat that it was painless. And, there was, text message when we couldn't go up, and here's a photo. The boat just got loaded onto the trailer, and it'll be here next week. And it was the most seamless, easy process you could ever imagine buying a boat from Kevin.
Indeed.
Yes, it was.
All right, Kevin.
Good to hear from you, Bruce.
Yeah, and we'll see you at the upcoming Fred Hall shows. Thanks for the call this morning. That does free up 877-792-1090 open right now. I want to remind you, be sure to check out this week's edition of Western Outdoor News. Always loaded with great stuff, bass fishing, local fishing, hunting, and, of course, it has a great picture of Dave Dolan in there from that Mazatlan trip of that big fish that he caught there, too. Dana Wharf sport fishing information. It's all in this week's edition of Western Outdoor News. Check it out.
All right. Hey, let's jump right back into the phones. We're going to talk to Mike, who's calling us from Rosemead this morning. What's up, Mike? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. I got a quick question. Oh, but first, on the rock cod regulations, now it's just a one ling cod limit, which is a bad thing, I guess. But the good thing is they can swim back down if you catch a smaller one and, fish for the bigger one.
That's right.
That's a good thing.
Go for the 10-pounder.
Exactly. 10-pounder. I want a 20-pounder.
Oh, there you go.
Style.
Hey, I'm looking at a picture of a Parker. It's on the boardroom too. It looks like a pretty nice boat. But my question is about the swim steps. Do they make those? How do they make them so strong to support the weight of a a 300 Yamaha, and about the extended swim step. How much more of an advantage is an extended swim step for the engines?
Yeah, this is Kevin. All the 2320s, and that's what Boardroom 2 is a 2320 with the 300 on it. They all come with that swim step and engine bracket combination. That engine bracket, I believe, is made by Armstrong back in Florida. They've had years and years and years of design work on those. And it's pretty darn thick aluminum, and it's bolted on with these big old stainless steel bolts that go through the transom, spread the load out over the whole width of the transom. The tub or the bucket is the strengthening part of that where the engine is located, and they're all welded, and they're a big piece of equipment there, and they're not not cheap either.
No.
Just that piece if you were to buy
amazing. Now, I've had 3 Parkers in my lifetime, and my very first Parker was a 2310, but it didn't have a bracket. It had a transom-mounted Yamaha outboard back in the day. This is 25 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
There are a couple of models that Parker makes that still have the open transom. And a lot of manufacturers have gotten away from that just for water intrusion.
Yes.
And it frees up the deck. It gives you more deck space. And now they can build a solid transom across the back of the boat there and put in additional storage or keel box or...
and it makes the boat bigger, right, Bob?
Yeah.
It gives you that tuna door.
Yeah. Oh, there's a tuna door now, too.
Oh,
huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Well, on the 2320s and the 2520s, they've done the solid transom, but they do have the tuna door on the starboard side.
Where you can actually open a door. Oh, it's a watertight door?
It's not a watertight door, but it's access to the swim step. So if you're having to go around the engine, you can open the door, get on the transom, on the swim step, and, get the rod out around the engine.
What a nice deal that is.
It's huge.
You have that on your boat, right?
We do, yeah. We have that on ours. If you keep the boat in the water, it makes access to the boat way easy, especially if you have somebody that's more difficult for somebody to throw their legs up and over the gunnel. You walk right on. It's very easy. Obviously, in the case of the fishing we've had the last couple of years, it's just nice to drag a fish right through it.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Well, those tuna that you've been catching, Ricky.
Yeah.
I don't know if that big stuff is going to go through that door.
Is it you make it through the door?
Trust me, I would love to say that our fish are too big to fit through that door. But we've had a 280 on the boat, and they still slide through. Trust me, I'm waiting to catch one that doesn't fit through
that door. What about that big swordfish?
I'm ready. We brought him through, too.
You went through the door,
yeah? Yeah, that was a 300 or 290 pounder. He came right through.
There you go. They're wide enough.
Trust me, I want a fish that's too big to fit through that door. But so far we haven't found it. But they're great. Yeah. And we've never had any water intrusion. It's a little above. It's above the line of the swim step. So you step over it, but no water intrusion.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good, Mike. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. The phones are packed up. Again, if you want to get through, there's one line open on each side, 858-457-1090. That's the local number. Or you can get us toll-free. That one's 877-792-1090. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
One of the dream trips for most anglers is Alaska. There are so many lodges. How do you make a choice? It's easy. Choose the one most Let's Talk Hookup listeners return to time after time. Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, and the finest charter captains in Sitka. All for the ultimate value. One visit and you will understand why nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. Sitka is famous for some of the best runs of salmon salmon in Alaska. And if giant Alaskan halibut is your target, the expert captains at Kingfisher Charters know the hot spots and can put you on a fish of a lifetime. Plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod are there too. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. It's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except tips. It is truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar of the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 58 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built by fishermen for fishermen. From our next-generation waterproof shorts like Tactical or Stealth to our new anhydrous waterproof jacket and bibs, the entire AFCO clothing line is purpose-built with the latest AFTEC fabrics and features designed to deliver for the demanding angler. To find AFCO products, go to AFCO.com and find a dealer near you.
When you want next-level electronics for your boat, choose Simrad. With so many market-changing innovations like the Halo 24, which revolutionizes radar by offering an almost real-time view and ultimate in collision avoidance. With Simrad Halo 24 radar, you can identify hazards in an instant with Velocity Track Doppler technology. For the ultimate display, in-the-know anglers have upgraded to the NSS Evo 3 high-definition touchscreen with GPS echo sounder and wireless connectivity. It's perfect for center consoles or large sport fishers. Complete your package with the AP44 Autopilot for hydraulic steered outboard and stern drive vessels. With full color display and rotary control dial, this is the autopilot you've been looking for. The Halo 24 radar, Evo 3 touchscreen display, and AP44 Autopilot are available now at your Simrad dealer or see simrad-yachting.com. Fifth Avenue Insurance has a new name. It's Snap Insurance, still providing anglers and boaters with the best in boat insurance and the lowest rates. The experts at Snap Insurance will make sure your boat and property are covered right. Traveling to Mexico? Snap has you covered. You can even work with your agent to wrap your home and auto with your boat policy to save even more. Call them for advice on your current boat policy or any of your insurance needs. Snap Insurance, 800-527-6617 or snapins.com. That's SNAPPINS.com.
XEBRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader. The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Phone lines are 100% full. Everybody's trying to get through, but there are going to be plenty of shots for you in this remaining time of Let's Talk Hookup. Again, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090.
Now, Ricky and the gang with Cast Tours leave for Lake El Salto today.
Yeah.
Down to Billy Chapman Senior's Lodge. You're going to love that lodge.
Can't wait.
Such a great spot. and the boats they fish in and the guides, oh my gosh. Food, crazy. Well, we're doing it again. Actually, Let's Talk Hookup and Davis Boats have teamed up to do Lake El Salto in April 9th through the 13th. The trip has been full for 8 months.
Yeah.
2 spots just opened up.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Cool.
2 spots just opened up. So if you want to go with myself, Harold Davis, and the gang, limited to 16 people total. That's all we take. It's $18.25 per person. That includes 3.5 days of fishing, same as Ricky. So in other words, you fish... so you'll fish 3 straight days,
Sunday,
and then
Monday,
you'll fish the
Tuesday.
morning session, which is usually the most productive session down there.
Yep.
And then you get in the van and you head for the airport. So you get 3.5 days of fishing, 4 nights lodging, all your meals, all your transfers. The only additional is your airfare to Culiacan, which is
crazy inexpensive.
Yes, out of CBX in Tijuana.
Our flight out of CBX was like $82.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is awesome. Yeah, it was less than $100 to fly down to Culiacan. That's round trip.
So if you want those last 2 spots that just opened up, and it's 2 per boat, so you can take you and a friend, go in a boat, Just email me, Pete at hookup1090.com, or give me a call in the office, 619-223-4665, and grab that spot to Lake El Salto. It's April 4th through 13th, which is a epic time.
I highly encourage you to go, especially if you're a saltwater guy like me and Steve Bernard. You know, we're not hardcore freshwater bass guys. We're not, super technique specific, but we love going down there. And the beauty of El Salto is you don't need to be this super pro bass guy. You can go down there and chuck lures and wind them in and have fish climb on. Spinnerbaits and crankbaits and it's fun fishing, and, you don't need to know how to shake a worm just right to get a bite down there. There are so many opportunities and so many bites to be had that you just go down and have a good time with your buds, have a couple cold ones, and you're going to catch a bunch of fish in a really cool atmosphere doing something different than the norm if you're a saltwater guy.
Oh, by the way, that also includes your margaritas and your beers, too.
Oh, man, that's going to be a dangerous
week.
Huh?
Yeah. Anyway, Go for it. Even like I said,
and entertainment from Harold, right?
Entertainment from Harold, exactly. It doesn't get any better from that. He'll do his floor show.
That just puts it over the top, right?
Absolutely. All right, let's jump into those jam-packed phones.
Well, jam-packed they are. Let's talk to Bruce. He's calling from Lemon Grove this morning. Hi, Bruce. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, guys. Question for Kev. I've got a 99 50-horse Yamaha. I'm thinking of upgrading. Do all the controls need to be changed as well?
That's a Bob question, so he's more in tune with that part of it.
No, it should. All your controls and everything. Now your harnesses and your gauges and stuff will most likely have to be changed, but your controller itself will stay the same.
So the shifter and all that.
If you've got a 97 motor though with a 97 controller and things like that, for the price, I'd say if you're putting a new motor, put a new controller on it too. It's so worth it. It makes such a major difference. Yeah, and it's
not. Is that right?
No, it's still cable, but it's just everything works so much smoother and everything. Really? You don't realize how bad things get throughout the years. And then
as far as the gauges are concerned, would they have to be changed out?
Yes, they would. Yes.
Okay. They're all digital now as well? Or?
You say it's a 97 motor, so it's a
98.
98?
99, I'm sorry.
It's a two-stroke, right?
Four-stroke.
Wow.
Yamaha.
Okay.
One of the originals.
Oh.
Like that carbureted four-stroke like I had on the Klamath.
Yep.
So you're talking a carbureted motor. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Time to upgrade.
Very, very, I would,
Yeah.
You're going to love the new motors because I'll tell you, fuel injection has been one of the most major things that Yamaha has done that has really, really improved those motors. It makes them so much more reliable.
Yeah, and Lemon Grove, go over and see them on their new site over there in Marina Boulevard, right there in San Diego, and go talk to Bob about it. He'll dial you in.
One of those things, I'm sure the controller is such a small cost in the grand scheme of things. When you're making your investment in a new motor, controller is going to cost a very slight percentage just to have everything new and killer.
Yeah. And the gauges also, the
gauges and the controllers are not that much money.
Yeah, I'd have to actually research yours. The gauges, it's possible, but I don't think they will work with the new motors. But if so, I would still recommend changing them out just because Yamaha gauges, by the way, out of all the manufacturers, Yamaha gauges are absolutely 100% the best. There is no question about that. And it's just worth putting a nice new set of gauges on a nice new motor.
When you guys do a repower, something like Bruce's scenario, can you assist in the installation of new gauges? There might be a different size, or can you add like a starboard cover, or how does that scenario play out?
Yeah, pretty much anything that it takes to install that motor correctly and make it look factory.
Right. That's what I'm getting at exactly.
We easily do that. Yes.
Cool.
Yes. I mean, if the gauges are a different style or whatever, we can cut out a piece of starboard or whatever, place it over your console, and then remount the new gauges, and it looks like it came from the factory that way.
Kevin, you guys do that all the time at West Coast and Costa Mesa.
Up in Costa Mesa,
thing
I've
down here.
seen that done numerous times where older boat might have the old round gauges.
Right, exactly.
And they upgrade to the new square ones that have a better liquid crystal display. The old gauges might be old and faded from sunlight, and get the new ones. and build a new dash, and maybe remount some of the toggle switches or rocker switches too that might be there. So yeah, all that stuff's well within our capability.
Very good.
Depending on the motor too, they've got some very, very nice monitors and things like that you can use instead of gauges, and they just give you so much more information than the old single gauge thing used to do.
Like ours obviously has the Yamaha digital gauge, like they do, but you can also attach it to the Simrad electronics, and you can watch what's going on with your motor on the big screens of your Simrad. I mean, you can monitor everything. It's just the newer technology is, one, it's so much easier to use, and it's killer. It's killer what you have control of.
And if you buy that motor before March 31st, you get that 5-year warranty too
on that engine,
several
that size engine,
$1,000s in savings.
Absolutely.
Or extended. Hey, Bruce, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right, how about next up we talk to Matt. He's calling us from San Pedro this morning. What's up, Matt? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Pedro, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
good morning.
Say it right,
yeah.
right, Matt?
Yeah, that's correct. Good morning.
What's up, Matt?
Morning.
Hey, this question's for Kevin. I was wondering if Parker ever considered putting a bracket on that 2120 or filling out the market here on the West Coast with a couple of those out here.
I've asked that before from Parker, and they wanted a distinction on a price point thing, because otherwise they were getting too close in price for the 2320. So what they've done, though, on the 2120 is they have redesigned the transom to have a transom well, and that's currently what they're making now. A transom well instead of a bracket on the outside. So that will, gobble up that first big wave that might come in the transom.
So it's the 2120 has a transom mount boat.
It has a transom mount with an engine well.
An engine well, so it gobbles up.
Captures the water.
Yeah, it won't let it go on the deck.
Yeah.
So that's, and then keeping it at a price point, different than the 2320. So that's how they engineered that aspect of it.
All right, very good, Matt. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right, how about next up we talk to Rob. He's calling us from La Jolla. Hi, Rob. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, guys. My question is, I've got a friend that's got a Gregor. It's about a 15, 17-foot skiff, and I was wondering how much it would be for a rebuilt engine to power that, and what size would that be?
A rebuilt engine?
Are you talking about rebuilding or talking about repowering with a new?
It would normally repower that boat. They don't rebuild these outboard engines. So a repower, what does they have on it now?
He's just got like a 15 or something on there now.
Yeah,
cheaper to buy a new motor.
Yeah,
I'm
way
sure.
better off, and it'll last you forever.
And a new motor is probably going to be $3,000 installed
for a 15.
Yeah, maybe not even
a little
that.
more. Maybe a little more than that.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. For 15.
Yeah, you got to have the throttle.
And you got the extended warranty, right?
Yeah, you got the throttle controls you got to consider also.
All right. Hey, go check them out at West Coast Marine. Just look at westcoastmarine.com for more information, and they'll set you up there. And, of course, where you are there in La Jolla, you can go to the new location there on Morena and go talk to Bob. He'll set you up. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
How about Brian and Wildemar up next on Let's Talk Hookup? What's up, Brian? Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing this morning?
Good, buddy.
Morning.
My question was about fuels in boat maintenance. You mentioned earlier about putting in the higher octane fuels on certain engines. Is it okay to mix higher and lower octanes? Is there an additive or something that you guys recommend? Should you store your boat full of fuel or completely bone dry? Just talking about
Great
fuel.
questions.
All good
questions. These are actually very good questions. I'm going to address your last question first, just because it's probably the most asked question. And I think, in my opinion, and I think if you talk to the majority of the mechanics and people who are in the know, things have changed a little bit. It used to be leave your boat full of fuel. But this was back when fuel was real fuel. Now the fuel that we have now loses octane so rapidly that it's causing a lot of problems, not to mention the alcohol that's in the fuel. And I don't recommend, I say leave as much fuel, a safe amount of fuel in your boat, and try to burn it down and then refuel on each trip. That's what I recommend.
For each trip.
Unless you're, of course, a daily user. If you're a daily user, of course, there's different variants.
Like how long is a long time to store your fuel?
A month.
A month.
Over a month.
So if you use your boat once a week, you're fine keeping it full.
Right. The biggest mistake that most people make is, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the fuel in it and then because I'm planning on using it here next week. And then next week comes and it's, yeah, everything's okay because I'm planning on using it the week after. It never happens. So I do recommend fuel treatment. And just keep fuel treatment in your fuel all the time. It's excellent for your motor.
That's smart.
Really,
Yamaha makes an excellent one, right?
Yeah. They've got a conditioner, and they've also got ring-free. Of course, everybody knows about ring-free. But it really helps the engine out a lot. It keeps the engine decarboned. The engine gets a little better fuel economy. So the amount, if you use it correctly, the amount of money that it costs to put in that tank, you usually gain back in fuel economy.
Wow.
What a good point that is, Bob. That's awesome.
And it's just
also,
really, really good for your motor.
With the ethanol in the fuels now, it's like it's almost a necessity, right?
It is. It really, truly is. I mean, ethanol is just,
it'll suck moisture out of the
atmosphere. Yeah.
Put it right in your tank.
Yeah. And it's really hard on your aluminum and your engine and things like that, too, that moisture that is in the fuel. There's another thing called phase separation. I could go into this for hours. But I'm not going to. But you could always call me at the shop, too, and I can let you know on some of this stuff. But
what's your phone number right now? Are you going to have a different phone number? Is it Kevin?
Right now, it's our home office number of 949-515-2822. And there's different options, and one's going to be a San Diego option, one's going to be the Costa Mesa option, then there's going to be a Parker option.
Okay.
The Parker option goes straight to my cell phone.
Okay.
San Diego operation is going to go to either
phone.
Bob's or Augustine, who is running the office part of things.
Okay.
Who's Gonzalo's son.
Okay.
And
so that's the easiest way.
That's the easiest way right now.
Number 949-515-2822. Which is on their website, westcoastmarine.com. You can link that through the Let's Talk Hookup website.
Yeah, and through different options, they'll be able to get to us.
And just let me touch one real quick thing. One of the other questions you had to do with grade of fuel. Yeah. The higher the grade of fuel, the more alcohol in the fuel. That's how octane is boosted nowadays. So keep that in mind.
Which is not necessarily a good thing, right?
It's not necessarily a good thing, but it's also not necessarily a bad thing. If the motor requires it, then use it. But if it does not require it, do not use it.
Oh, that's good to know, Bob.
Okay, very good. So when you're saying the motor requires it, let's say I have a F-150 four-stroke.
Does not require it.
Does not require it. Let's say Ricky has a 300 four-stroke.
Does require.
Does require.
Now, am I better off to put a lower grade fuel in that and then use an octane boost, or am I better off to just run a high octane fuel from the pump?
If you can get the high octane fuel, I would run it.
Okay.
If you can't, like in your situation where you're in a slip, and a lot of people are in that situation, it's not going to hurt. That motor is designed to be able to run on regular.
Right.
That's how it's actually tested for EPA and everything else.
Fortunately, we run out of Dana Landing, which their pump fuel is a high octane
89 or 91.
I think they're 91. Yeah.
Yeah, and whenever you can get the better fuel, it's definitely going to run better. It'll get you probably a little better fuel economy and
more horsepower,
overall performance better, things like that. So I would use it if you can. If you can't get it, use like ring-free.
Okay.
Or a conditioner in there, and that will suppress the detonation and things like that.
Very good.
Good
Thanks
call.
a lot for the call, Brian.
All right, let's jump right back in. Gene's calling from Long Beach this morning. Hi, Gene. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Thanks for joining us, Gene.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm calling in regards to preventive maintenance question as towards throttle cable and gear cable. I have about 1,300 hours on it, and I do a lot of drifting for halibut, and so I'm in and out a lot. What's your thoughts on that, on replacing those cables?
Well, cables are, that's kind of one of those, it's a maintenance type item. A lot of guys wait till it creates a problem. 1,300 hours isn't necessarily a lot of hours on cables. Cables are the type of cable. Are they Yamaha cables, or what kind of cables are they?
Yeah, I have a 150 four-stroke, but
yeah.
It's a 07.
Yeah, they use a very high-grade cable, and those do last usually for a long time. How you'll notice that it's time to replace your cables is you'll see that around the sheath and stuff around the cable, they'll start cracking, things like that. You'll notice some corrosion, and you'll also start noticing some stiffness. As soon as you start feeling those things, replace them. There is no fix for that. It has to be replaced. A lot of guys try to put some kind of lube in them and stuff like that, and that does nothing. It doesn't work.
Is there a maintenance thing that we can do, or are they just, fortunately, you're stoked because you got Yamaha and they last a super long time, and then when it happens, it happens?
That's it.
Okay.
And yeah, it's one of those items that sooner or later it's going to happen. And it comes at different times depending on the user and things like that. Sure. But all in all, they last for a long, long time normally.
For sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Before we run out of time, I want to talk about boats and boat shows coming up. Of course, we have the big one less than a month away, the Fred Hall Long Beach show, and then a few weeks after that, the Del Mar show, and then other boat shows before that, and in between that you're going to be. Are you going to be in Bakersfield too?
Not Bakersfield, but next weekend PCS
be at that one
in Orange County.
Right. So it's boat show season for you.
It's boat show season.
And you're going to have how many boats at the different shows?
Depends how many I have left over from selling them. But
good answer.
We're trying to have, at least 3 boats in the shows, a representative of, a center console and maybe a couple of the pilot houseboats.
And then you'll have Yamaha outboards.
Yamaha outboards there. Hopefully we'll have a 425 Yamaha on display.
Nice. Whoa.
So people can see the beast, the size of this thing.
Is beautiful,
amazing.
Man.
Yeah. So, and then boat show pricing is effective right now, and I'm going to caution you all because I've heard it year after year after year. It's like here it comes June, July, and it's like, well, where's your new boat? Well, I'm waiting on it. I didn't order it soon enough, or I didn't beat the rush before the show. Call Kevin. Get your boat ordered now and start outfitting it because these things take time, and you've got boats on order, but once those are gone, it's going to take a while.
And they're already, some of those are being shipped, some of them are being started like next week, and I have a list of what the equipment that I've put on those.
Right.
And the ones that already haven't been started, those things I can change those for people if they want.
Yes.
Before they actually go down the production line. But at least there's a spot already holding a boat to be built.
Yes.
And put your name on that one with the deposit. And, when they get here, which is going to be in May now for the latest ones.
Wow.
At least we'll have a boat that we can get, commissioned.
Rigging.
And get ready for, the big season.
Yeah, for
Otherwise, it's going to be, now and another 4 or 5 months.
And I might add, too, Kevin, you've got some very comfortable financing available, too. And you can finance a boat for a long time, right?
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah. And,
so your payments.
And interest rates are still in that 5.5 rate.
So if you, let's say, 23, you have a beautiful 2310 available right now.
A 2510.
2510.
Yeah.
Walk around Cuddy like Sherm has.
Yeah.
And that boat, with what's the power on it?
Twin 200s.
Oh, Twin 200s? Are you kidding me?
It's a perfect application.
So, and the sale price on that boat?
$124,000 with the trailer.
And if you finance it over 15 years, how much?
Oh boy.
I mean, a guess on a payment?
Depending on down payment.
Yeah, you're going to put $25,000 down. You're going to finance $100,000 maybe. That's probably $650 payment.
Okay, all right.
Somewhere in there.
And you have like the ultimate boat, a 25-footer, and then you have 2310s.
Yeah, and this is a 2510.
2510.
It is a 2017 model. It's only been in the water once for a boat show, so it's new, and it's gorgeous, and it's
fully outfitted.
And it's
ready to
like
roll.
a $40,000 discount on
$40,000 discount.
Ready to go.
Unreal.
We were talking electronics the whole nine.
Yeah.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup. We're going to find out who's got themselves a brand new pair of Maui gyms. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro is home to LA's finest open party fleet, including overnights on the Freedom, Catalina Freelance on the Pursuit, half-day trips on the Monte Carlo, and three-quarter-day trips on the Native Sun. Plus, you can charter the Ultra, Spectra, and True Line. There is always plenty of free parking and a fully stocked tackle store. Take advantage of the Wednesday specials on the Pursuit and Monte Carlo, and kids fish free with a paid adult on the afternoon half-day. 22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro. Call 310-832-8304 or book online at 22ndstreet.com. Yamaha Outboards Say Yes to Reliability sales event is here. For a limited time, purchase an eligible new 2.5 to 115 horsepower four-stroke and get 5 years of warranty protection plus up to $500 in dealer credit. New 150 to 300 horsepower four-strokes get 6 years of warranty protection. Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Offer ends March 31st, 2019, subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
While Seagar invented fluorocarbon fishing line in 1971, their never-ending pursuit of innovation has never stopped. They are the only company making double-structure fluorocarbon, which combines two exclusive custom resins, a high-density interior for strength and sensitivity, and a softer exterior for enhanced knot strength. So for the best in fishing performance, pick up a spool of Seagar Fluoro Premier and the original Blue Label leader material at your favorite tackle dealer. Both are double-structure fluorocarbon.
Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hardworking crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. We are proud to say Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering half-day trips on the Dolphin, and now, for the first time in the long history of Fisherman's Landing, we have three-quarter-day open party trips on the Liberty. We built the Liberty specifically to offer a better experience. Run by veteran captain Taro Takeuchi, the 85-foot Liberty is the first open party three-quarter-day boat to offer bunks for your comfort. She also has huge bait capacity and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big galley and 2 interior heads with showers. Our open party trips from half-day, three-quarter-day, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. All right, the big winner of my favorite pair of Maui gyms, the Byron Bays. That's going to Bruce in El Segundo. Bruce, you're going to love those glasses.
Indeed. You know, I might add, too, we're talking about financing and availability of Parker boats. You guys facilitate all that at West Coast Marine.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
that and outboard motors.
And
yeah.
everything about it. So the new location, once again, Bob?
1476 Morena Boulevard.
Okay, so if you remember where the old Blue Porpoise Marine, everybody knows where the
or the gun shop,
or the gun shop and the big Chuck Byron mural. It's right next door to that.
Right next
between
door,
the gun shop and the big mural.
Yes, and right a much easier facility to get in and out of too.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, going to be fantastic. You don't have to go twists and turns and backs and stuff.
Right.
I am so excited. This is great, you guys.
And it's open now.
Not quite yet.
Not
quite yet. We're still
the final stages.
We still have sawdust on the floor.
Okay.
And there's painting going on this weekend, and there's plumbing and electrical being installed and that kind of stuff.
And we are servicing though.
But
all right.
And we're doing servicing on at other facilities, things like that too, such as the San Diego Yacht Clubs, things like that.
Great, you'll get them out, and you'll go get your boat from. And in the meantime, if you want to park your boat, West Coast Marine, How do we get a hold of you?
The best way, really, is to call me on my cell phone.
Okay.
949-735-5759.
Yeah.
And that goes straight to my cell phone, and we can talk over the phone. We can communicate by email. I can quote you on an email with a fully laid out Parker, all the equipment.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah, and these guys you can trust for sure.
No
Hey,
doubt.
thanks, guys, and don't forget the boat shows. We'll see you at the upcoming shows, Fred Hall, Long Beach, Del Mar, of course. And thank you for listening. Rick, have a great time in El Salto. And tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m., Corey Sandin will be my co-host with Ali Husseini from FishDope.com, BD Outdoors, and Local Knowledge. Going to be a great show. Thanks to Adam on the other side of the glass. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Mighty 1090.